beaten track?
They're off the nearest road, probably about 4 to 5 kilometres. We were on the team that was there hiding, or one of the teams that was hiding, and everyone just branched off in different directions. We had roughly a 5 kilometre radius. No one was allowed out of that radius. So we'd gone up the hillside, just up near the caves and such, and we were behind a giant rock, really big rock. And we were sitting up there just silent, just waiting and waiting. And we heard the sticks and stuff breaking big heap hill, or someone walking through just near us about 30 metres just down the hill from us. We thought it must have been spotted, so we better move. So I peeked up over the top of the cliff, had to look down. I couldn't see anything at first, and then I seen the bushes moved in, and I had another look again. That was when I first caught the glimpse of his shadow at first. It was really big, and I was thinking, who the hell could that be? Everyone's in King. This thing was dark brown, like really dark brown. And then so I grabbed me mate. He popped his head over too, and he's looked down. We both dropped back down to the rock and just stared at each other like, what the hell is that? Slightly turned his head towards us, and then just powering through the bush, powering. So we were only 30 metres away, and we really laid chase on it. We bolted after this thing, and this thing moved through thick scrub. It knocked trees over. It just ran through the thickest of lantana and everything. It was incredible. We chased this thing for about 2 minutes, and it disappeared. It was gone. It was actually gone. Yeah, so once we jumped down and got down probably another 10 metres closer to it, you can actually see the height of the thing, and it was huge. It would have been at least 8 foot tall. 7 to 8 foot tall.
You told me it sort of towered over the scrub.
Yeah, definitely. It was walking when we first saw it, like really slowly, as if someone was dragging their toes sort of thing. They kind of walked really slow. It didn't seem to have a neck. It seemed to be really, really dark brown. Maybe black even.
Was it covered in hair?
Covered, completely covered.
Smooth like a bear's hair, or was it?
Yeah, exactly, like a bear's hair.
Quite smooth.
Yep. It wasn't shaggy and that like you see in the magazine and stuff.
You didn't see anything, any other colour?
All dark.
When you got closer, it seemed like it was a good 8 feet tall.
Oh yeah, once it got up and running, it's like it was slouched over, but once it knew something was after it, it sort of just pepped up and just laid bold. It was unbelievable.
I think originally it was sort of hunched over or slumped.
It looked like it was on 2 legs at first. Once it started going, it looked like it was on 4. But just the way it sort of ducked down and it was incredible. Even the noise it made going through the bush was incredible. Just running through everything. It wasn't trying to avoid or jump over anything. It literally destroyed everything in its path for the first 100 metres or so. It headed up the hill, up towards the point. It sort of knew how to. It was weird. It was like it knew how to lose us. It knew if it went uphill and went fast, looked like we couldn't catch it.
Up above it, to a fair way.
Yep. It was pretty steep, a good 35 degrees, I reckon. Or maybe even more, when I think about it.
And what was the distance from you to this thing at that time?
No more than 30 metres, maybe closer. I looked at it and looked again, and I thought, what the hell is that? It's like, I said to my mates, I said, you got to look at that, tell me what that is. And he couldn't believe it himself.
What was visible of the thing during that first glimpse?
Waist up, because of the scrub where it was, just covered probably just over the waist, around the waist or waist area.
This thing was just basically wading through the scrub at the time.
Yeah, it was like really going really slow, just sort of, it looked like someone moping along sort of thing, like just drooped, and we must have watched it for about a good 30 seconds, and then they must have realised we were getting close, and it's like the thing literally freaked, like a really scared animal would, like it freaked. And so we laid chase anyway, and probably one of the fastest runners in the state at the time too myself, and I was after this thing. I wanted a closer look at it, I wanted to see what it was. I figured there were 10 of us down there, nothing could really hurt us. We've got big knives each. Yeah, so we laid chase on it, and this thing freaked. We were running down towards it, probably got on the same level as it behind it, probably 20 odd metres behind it. I could see its back. It was just pushing everything out the sides of it and just destroying everything. And the thicker the bush got, the more it went into the thicker bush. Wherever it could find a thicker bush, that's where it went. If there was trees there, it went to the trees, went in, it just couldn't see no other. I could see its back when we were chasing, we both could see its back, and like the back of its neck, and it just blended into its head sort of thing. Its back was really wide. From its midsection up to its neck, it was really broad. Really broad.
Compared to you?
Probably 3 times, yep. Probably 3 times as thick as me. Couldn't see any ears on it. Looked like a flat rounded head. Yeah, pretty amazing. Yeah, it was incredible. As soon as it started moving a bit fast, we'd laid chase on it straight away. And as soon as it realised we were running after it, it was off. It was off. probably had sight of its back for about, a good 50 metres, 30 to 50 metres or so before it started making too much ground and started just going through the thickest bush it could find. The thicker bush it went through, the harder it was to keep chasing it, and it's like it deliberately went for the rougher scrub, the rougher it could find. This one would snap to trees. I'm talking trees that were, half a foot thick. Now, reasonably sized small trees, but these things, they were literally just snapped, just knocked it down.
You could see it doing this?
Yeah, definitely. Well, we couldn't see it pulling in this rifle. You just sort of see his back go, shh, and as you get a bit, as we keep running, there'd be trees knocked down, bang, crossing over each other. It was incredible. The big holes through like there was there, just like thick bushes, like really thick, like vine type bushes, like lantana type stuff. And it just destroyed holes through it. Like where it would have been impossible would have had to have a machete for a human to get through it.